Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we are talking about hackathon. And here we're going to talk about what is hackathon and why do we need to join a hackathon. And let's go. So hackathon is people come together and make their idea into a product. So usually it happens in the weekends. So they have time, spend the free time on the weekend to try to build something or networking with other individuals. So it's that hackathon. So most likely is hacking. And the fact that is most of the hackathon, they are more like a software ideas hackathon. Um, let's talk about the agenda. Actually, they do have different things compared to the software. Surely they have hardware, different products, like they can try to make it as a company or some product they can sell. The agenda for the hackathon is usually they start with gather together first and start socializing and try to know other people's better. So know what skill they have. To some people might really good at front end, back end, or some people have non-tech skill like marketing or sales personality that can sell the products really fast. That's some skill that they have. Now, usually you have like maybe if it's one day, you might have like 1 hours just to socialize, know each other. If it's 2 day hackathon or 3 day hackathon, which is the most of the cases, it's 2 or 3 days. So you might have like 2 hours, 1 to 2 hours time to get to know each other or talk about the agenda of this 2 or 3 days. And that's the first 2 hours. And after you kind of know each other and go around and stuff, and you start pitching idea. So this is second. So pitching idea is some people come to the hackathon with their own idea. Some just have just idea in their mind, or some they really have a really mature team that they bring the whole team to the hackathon. So it doesn't matter which way. So for example, it's that 20 people join the hackathon or 30 people join the hackathon. Sometimes like 20%, 30% of the time they come with the idea. So now they line up. Let me find a picture right here. If you can see here. So people are lining up in the hackathon that who have idea. This is a pitching stage. After the networking is pitching, they come up one by one and tell what their idea is. First of all, what they're good at, what they have. They might have a team, or they might good at front end, back end, or the soft skill, hard skill that they have. And they also tell them what the product is. So this product is maybe helping children at home and be educated in the lockdown situation. And this is the software I want to build. And we have the front end built up, but we need back end. So the last part is like what you need. So I will need a teammate that know a little bit skill from marketing, sales perspective, or account executive or backend, what kind of skill that they require for that team to build a better team. So this is pitching stage. So now you have all the idea showing in this group. So everybody who they know all the idea already. People who doesn't have idea, they will try to find what idea that motivate them. So usually you see the people right here, they have the idea, they post it on the wall. So writing, oh, this is my idea in short, in a name. Then people who doesn't have idea, we go to that wall and write down their name or put their name tag there. So as joining that group, so that's the way that they form a group. This is also the third step, is team matching. Even though the idea, or in a different way, people vote for that idea, and the idea that doesn't get voted, will get abandoned. So no one will like to work on that idea. This doesn't mean that it's not good, but other ideas are much better to work on during this weekend. So team matching is third stage. So people will go and network again with that idea or the founder of that idea. Then they go out and reach out to them to see if they can get a match. So now, yeah, that's the idea of team matching. So we just go back to the first idea will be networking that spend my 1 or 2 hours, and pitching maybe another 1 and 2 hours. So that's 3 and 4 hours in for that day. So now we have lunch, and now we have team matching, like during the lunchtime. So during the lunchtime will be like maybe 1 or 2 hours. So, and later we did announce the team for that the idea. And then since all the idea found their team, and then they have their teammates sit in different table like this. This is just example. I try to find some picture that really match with this real situation. So now you see this group of people, and they found it with the one idea, and they start introduce each other, start like getting to know each other much better. And the idea, again, they talk about the idea. And after team match, the whole afternoon later on might have designing the idea, like building the business model of the idea, what problem they try to solve, and how does this idea help the society, and how to solve that problem, what kind of customer they try to solve, what technology and what way they try to solve. So there's a lot of things to build up the business idea. Business idea is how to make this idea sustainable and keep solving the problem for people. And yeah, you have to find the business model for that idea. Otherwise, this idea is really bad. So that's the business model part. So usually you have like 3 hours. If it's 2 days, so you have 3 hours for that one to make up a sustainable idea. Sometimes in the business model, you will have a sustained business model that have generate good revenue. That means if you're trying to sell a product and you know how much they sell and how much you want to break, for example, accounting. If you do accounting tax return, then you pay like $100. But you have a software that solves that problem with $20 only, so a subscription, then the revenue will be $20. And like the business analysis that Portify Force, you analyze the competitor and customer and supplier, like a buying bargain power, supply power, how strong is supplier, like the team, how expensive the team to maintain for the business. Something like that for the business model. And after the business model, that's gonna be the mid part, which is the app prototype. So you have a business model built up, which is 4. So 5 will be the app. And so app will be the first thing we build a prototype. It's how the app looks like. And then based on the user, what do they really need? And later on, you have the prototype and deep into that, what kind of UI they would like to have and why do we need to make that UI. I make it really concise, and that's something the software developer might think about it. And this is really important because you're going to show the product. But this is just example as a software. And later I will give an example as different field. Now you have the app layout, then it's good. and talk. But the most of the time we spend is this part, because there's a lot of back and forth coming. Why do we need this page? Why not the other design? You have to go out. For my hackathon back in 1 year ago, we literally go to end user around the street. We go out to the street and try to get some real data from the user, just like a simulation of how the user is. Do some marketing and research, saying that, oh, why the customer need that product, and does this product idea really help? And now this is the first thing for the business idea. And also go out and reach out to the customer saying, does this UI make sense? And do you like this kind of UI? That do you think that helpful, or do you think it's so complicated? Get some feedback from there. And later, at the last point, which is the other day, you still work on the app prototype, get things done and code a little bit. Then the end of the second day will be a presentation. Presentation will be saying that you have this prototype, you have this business idea, and we generate this income, and we competitor is this, and how do we think our idea will success in 1 to 5 years later on. And if you perform really good during this presentation, and usually there's judge and give you reviews and feedback on that. And after the presentation, they will rank you and give reward for the first, second, third place. And this is how the process is during this hackathon. And there's two parts I missed is the coding part. For what I know, most of the time, we spend time on making the business idea, arguing with other people, and having sleepless night. Let's see. So this is a pitching stage. Sorry for going back and forth, but I have the pictures I want to show you. Pitching stage will look like this. And this is how I feel I looks like this. It's really nervous in front of people. And this is another picture of how people gather together. But I think this is way too many people for one team. Usually one idea maybe is the best for to have 4 to 6 people, because the more people you have, the less efficient usually. So you have way too many communication during this time. And this is also another pitching stage or presentation. Presentation, as you know, like how regular presentation, you just come up and then show your product. Another pitching. And during the pitching, the judge right here will judge you. Same as presentation, pitching, presentation. They ask you question before and after. It looks really cool. And then some student like this, or some maybe other people like really like a mature, like some of them, they are really senior in different field. They come to the hackathon also. And this is some picture right here. And that's how we work on things. And usually they have, if they have an idea already before they join in the hackathon, sure, it looks like this. They form their own team, or they're looking for somebody that can help them. Yeah, this is probably like how they really looks like. We drink coffee and water, some snack right here, looking at building the business idea and the prototype. Usually 3 people. Imagine you have 6 people, you want to talk to 6 people, and everybody have their own voice. How long would that be for everyone to say one word? It's just taking forever. So 3 people is really good and really efficient. And you see like how people have make their code and make their products in the second day and try to demonstrate it for the presentation. See, a lot of people, this is more like a hardware plus software probably, and they're doing testing and they're so tired during that time. Then they sleep right here. It's really common. And some people work at night too, like 1, 2 a.m. And like this, we have thousands of stuff. Put it on the wall, and you can see different people have different thought, and they usually always erase and replace all over the wall. So finalize. That's why they fight, have idea exchange all the time to come up with a better solution. So communication is the key always. Like this, eating, sleeping at the same time. Pretty cool. Yeah. This is all the picture that I want to show you. Like coding, it depends on people, like different idea and group. I don't see coding is the most important part during this hackathon. And the most important thing is exchange idea, learn how to build a team, learn how to communicate well. Not only the hard skill, it's the soft skill of making a business work. That's why I think everybody should join, no matter what level they are. It's always good to know a little bit more about the society and the community. This is really useful, and they usually come up with a good idea. So if the idea is good and they get rewarded, and they will have money, reward as a money, or they have extra support, like the judge or speaker, they usually come with some background of like a startup or business that they own. They can help you in some way to push you forward. Then you really code that out, code the software out. At that time, they will try to really make that work since they approve that idea is really good, right? The next thing, the last thing that I want to mention is during this, let's go back to here. Oh, this is also another group of people, 3 people, really ideal. Like this. For example, if you're talking to your teammate, usually there's a people who call mentor or people who's the speaker who come around, they rotate in different team. They will talk to you about your business idea or the business logic. They will check, they give you some feedbacks of how they think about your idea and how they think about your app UI and give you general idea. And usually they will talk about their experience, how they start their business, how they encounter the challenge and solve the problem. So their feedback is really valuable. And what they do is trying to make you a better person or better entrepreneur. That's it for this video. And I would like to introduce you this hackathon, and it's extremely fun. And you see nothing to lose, and you will learn a lot during this short period of time. So I definitely recommend everybody who have the idea and join this hackathon. If you have any question, please comment below, and I would love to hear your feedback. Thank you. Bye.